So I just got this box in the mail and it supposedly contains over 100 video games which I can resell on eBay. Hey guys, what's going on? I'm the Commonlad, and if you're new here, I highly suggest subscribing. I make content about hustling, reselling things on eBay, Shopify stuff, Instagram growth pages, everything like that. If that's something that interests you, please consider subscribing. But today I'm back here and I have a little bit of a haul video, a little bit of maybe a guide in terms of how you can resell lots that you find on eBay. Basically, I bought a box here. I'll throw a picture of it up on the screen right now, the listing. It was an auction or a buy it now. I can't remember exactly, and I can't remember exactly how much I paid for it, but it's on the screen, so why are we even talking about it? I bought this, and it contains over 100 PS2 games as well as the console. I'm going to show you how much I paid for every single game and how much you should be able to make on the entire thing, and as well as what came inside the box. So I think we should just jump right into opening it up and seeing what's actually included with it. I'm not going to go through everything specifically. I don't actually know the value of each one of these games off the top of my head, but I do know that some of them are worth some pretty good money. Anyway, the box came in pretty rough condition here. You can see there's even a hole in the one side. I did not open this at all yet, but I'm assuming that that it's hopefully okay, but I don't know. So yeah, I'm just going to simply pop it open here. Shouldn't be too difficult. I'm not sure why they would have shipped it in this kind of box. I think I paid like close to $400 for it. Again, you guys know right now and I don't. But something along those lines. A little bit more than I like to spend usually. Paid over over $2 a game, which is not always great, but either way, I can't get this open. Either way, I think we're still going to be able to make some decent money on it. Let's take a look at what's inside. The world's most dull scissors. Oh my gosh. Alright, it's open. So, first up, we have a massive book here. Oh my goodness, which I'm assuming is where they put all of the discs. This is, I believe, for the most part, a loose lot, meaning that a lot of the items in here are just going to be the discs alone. What that does mean is that I can list them extremely quickly. Anything that needs to be repaired can go through the JFJ, but everything is supposedly tested and working. But it does mean that the listings take literally 1/10 of the time that it would take if I had to describe cases and stickers and stuff like that. So this is super easy to deal with. Which is one of the reasons why I bought the lot and one of the reasons why I like buying loose lots, because I have the abilities to fix them if they don't work, and they're pretty simple to go ahead and list. Not sure what the best way is to do this, but I'm just going to hold this open like I'm telling you a story, and we're just going to kind of flip through the pages here. You can see a lot of the games I'm getting here. Not a lot of sports titles, which is good. There might be a couple I might bundle them together, I'm not sure yet. Especially with discs, it's easy to bundle things together and make sort of lots. But we've got a good selection of games here for sure. A couple of them look a little bit dirty. I can't really see it from my angle. You guys can probably see it better than I can. You can see here that we've gotten ourselves quite a few games. And oh, wait a second. Hold on. Some of these are doubled up, it turns out. So maybe there's more here that looks... Yeah, a lot of these are doubled up, which means that you're not going to exactly see everything. My plan for this is to go in later in the video and actually look up the value of each one of these games. These are all doubled up, which is crazy. There's a lot of discs in here. But I'm going to go ahead... What is this? DVD player for the PS2. I wonder what that is. I've never seen that before. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, I'm going to go through and price them all out, tell you what we're going to make on the lot, ideally, and a couple Sims games. Those are always good. Yeah, we're almost done through the whole thing. We'll actually test the system here and a couple of the games, make sure that they work. Obviously, before I leave feedback on the lots that I buy, I like to do a little testing and check the condition of most of the games. The cases that they're in actually are dirtier than the discs themselves, but for the most part here it looks good. Yeah, plenty of games to go around here. That looks like the last page of the book, but there's an awesome booklet too that I can maybe keep these in when they're listed, which might actually be what I'm going to do. In fact, yeah, I think I am going to do that, because how simple would that be to just have one thing on the shelf? With my new inventory system, I'm not trying to use the bins anymore because they're really inefficient in terms of storing things down here and I'm running out of space. So that's a really great way to store all of those discs safely. I think I'm going to keep that case and just use it for these discs in this lot. Alright, so now let's talk about the rest of the stuff that comes in this lot. A couple loose games, Dance Factory and Narnia. I'm not sure what they're worth. Again, I'm not great with my PS2 games, but I'm sure they're worth a little bit, maybe $4 or $5 there. I don't know, the dance games can kind of be worth more sometimes. Okay, this looks like a PlayStation 2 controller. Let's check out the condition of it. I should just leave it wrapped like this so I can just send it out. But no, I gotta take pictures of it and test it. Here we go. Alright, so here's one controller. It's got some writing on it, which really sucks. It's got JR scribed on the side of the controller. That's really bad. I don't know if you guys can see that or not down there, but it's all dinged up. Not a great controller, but you know what, whatever. Somebody might still buy it. Maybe I can include it in the lot. I probably won't though, because it is all, written up on. Anyway, that's one controller. We'll see if the next one's any good. Should have really grabbed a knife before we started. Here we go. Second controller here is in much better condition. I'd be happy to send this one out with the system itself. That's kind of the goal. I want to lot the system with maybe a couple games, the system, and the controllers. So I think this one will go with the actual lot. Maybe I'll include the other one. I don't know yet, but let's see. These should be the cables. I couldn't tell in the pictures if I would be getting a power cable with these or not. Doesn't look like it. It looks like there's just an AV cable, which is kind of useless if you were just buying this to play. but luckily I have a whole bunch of excess cables down here. I'll be able to find a power cable and put it with the system. Well, actually the system is a slim. These power cables are a little bit more pricey than the regular PS2 power cables, and a little bit harder to find, but luckily I do have some extra ones still. I totally forgot this was a slim system. I have so many of these lying around down here at this point, it's getting a little crazy. I want to get this one out of here pretty quickly. These guys you can usually get between $70 and $100 for them if you have a full lot with all the cables and the controllers and a couple games. So they are pretty good money. A lot of people like the slim ones obviously because the fat ones are kind of annoying. They take up a lot of space. This is great. So nice little system here. It looks to be in good condition, and we will go ahead and test it out and see how it works. Looks like that's everything that was included in the box, so let's go ahead here and maybe just plug in the system, see if it works, and if that works, then we'll go on to pricing out the lot and seeing how much we can make. By the way, just to let you guys know, and I had this conversation with one of my buddies who's a reseller as well, I didn't price the lot out before I bought it. I priced out a couple games to see what they were worth, and knowing that they would be sort of the more valuable ones. But I don't know how much in total I can actually make on this lot. I just know they'll be more than I paid for sure, because I'm familiar enough now with selling video games. I know when I can make money. So we should be able to do okay on it, but we'll check the numbers here in a little bit. Usually I don't even check the price I can get for the lot until they're actually listed and I can see what I've listed them all for, and then I do the math, because it doesn't bring me any value to know before they're listed anyway. It's just sort of a waste of my time, so I just list them and then I can figure out the value very easily after they're listed. Anyway, for the sake of this video, I'm going to go through though and calculate everything, see what we can make. I know the PS2 should bring in most of the value of the lot right away, and then the games will just keep adding up over time. So check it out, guys. I got boxes upon boxes of different power cables, different video game console cables. A couple of these. I'm hoping that one of these will have an extra power cable for a PS2. In fact, looks like there might be one right here. Perfect, so we'll use this guy and we'll power up the system, make sure it works. I just also found this stack of PS2s when I was looking for the cables. Check this out. These are all PS2 Slims. Not sure why the bottom one's wrapped up, but there is a PS2 Slim there. And this is one that we just bought. I was just pointing out that I have so many different consoles down here. Back when I started selling video games, I was a little bit less comfortable selling these. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I have so many of them, though. I think there's more PS2s even under here. Yeah, look, there's more PS2s right here, a GameCube and Xbox. But there are so many different consoles down here in various storage locations and boxes. I've got so many of them, and I really need to start clearing them out. Okay, I just plugged into the rack because I didn't feel like getting another TV out. But here we go. I've got the PS2 here all plugged in, and it looks like the red light is on, which is good. If we power it on like so, it does turn green. Sounds like it's going, and I might be on the wrong input here. Hold on. Okay, I'm actually on the right input here, and it's not going on. Maybe there's something up with my boxes. Alright, never mind. This is too complicated. I'm just going to go grab another TV. Alright, on a new TV component, it does look like it's something coming through on the input, but the screen is black. Maybe, no signal. That's very strange. Doesn't seem like it's working. Which is all cool. I'm going to put a game in here right now. But the good thing about when you sell on eBay is that you can actually, the eBay money back guarantee and whatnot, you can very easily get your money back in a situation where something doesn't work. In case it doesn't, I'm sure we'll be able to get it working here. It might be a faulty AV or something, in which case I won't really bother. The system does sound like it's running fine, which is great. Yeah, it still doesn't appear like it is working, so let's go ahead and try to swap the AV. And it looks like a faulty AV, which is really annoying. I'm gonna have to find one. I couldn't actually find one in the bin, so I just went and hooked up into the system here, and now it is finally working with a different PS2 AV. No problem there, not very expensive. Unfortunately, the power cable is a little bit more expensive, as we mentioned, so I will have to give that up in order to sell the system, but whatever. It's fine, we'll still be able to get our $100. Yeah, that kind of sucks, to be honest, but whatever. Here we go. Can I actually exit out of here or restart the system? Yeah, there we go. I just want to see the Sony loading screen. Does look like it's going to work. The controller I haven't really tested yet, but I will go ahead and give it all full test. Assuming that it works, so let's go ahead now and look onto the numbers. Alright, in front of me now is just a big Google Sheets spreadsheet, which I'm just going to go through and just list every single price for each one of the games. My estimate is if we average it out at $4 a piece, $548 will be the total sale price in the lot. Now that's extremely conservative because we'll get more than that. So let's see what the total amount is, and let me go through 137 games in total, by the way. So we'll see what happens. Okay guys, so it's actually the next day now. I got caught up at the post office, but I did manage to finish all these numbers up yesterday. And I'll show you guys really here why I don't like to do this. It takes up so much time to go and do this before they're all listed. But I did it for you guys, so let's go ahead here and jump right into it and take a look. So this is kind of confusing on the spreadsheet, but up here it's just a Google Sheets, whatever this is. But anyway, there's 137 games. Not sure what the 548 was about. We can probably get rid of that. And this was the initial games. Don't ignore these numbers because these were just, hold on a second. That's better. So we bought 137 games, and then here is a list of all of the games that were included in the lot. Luckily, that was provided by the seller. I started going through the book and looking them all up individually, and it was taking way too long, so I just decided to look for another option, and sure enough the seller did provide a list of all the games, so that was very simple to go ahead and look them all up. So here's a list here. I'm just going to sort of scroll you through it here. You can see a whole bunch of the games and the values next to them as to what you can get. These are all for the loose disc price based on price charting. Generally speaking, price charting gives you a rather conservative number comparatively to what eBay, the actual sale price would be. It depends on the game though. Some of the cheaper games are definitely spot on. I'd say like a game like Cold Fear, for example, $21.25. I'm going to look that one up separately and probably list it closer to $30, just from my experience. And there's a couple big ones like that, like even this one, $15. I'll probably be able to get 20 for it, for example. But these are definitely priced to move. If you list them at this price, they'll move right away, and that's always good. But it's a large list of games. You guys can see this is only down to the 50s. I'll keep going a little bit quicker. You can pause and stop if you want to see. For example, these Madden games, I'm just going to lot them all together. They're not worth anything, so I'll just lot all the Madden ones together. I'll lot all the... There was a couple other ones I was thinking, even like the baseball ones, because they're all loose too, so I can still send them for $3.35. Or actually probably about $1.90 is what they'll go for. NBA Street Volume 2, a great one to look for if you're ever out at the thrift stores. I see this one quite a bit. $25 game right there. And then we've got a couple other things going for us here. $11 for Sims. Sims games are usually... Sorry, I ran out of room on the memory card, but what I was saying was Sims games are generally worth quite a bit more, and then we got a whole bunch of like SOCOM games, which again I'll probably lot together. And let me just sort of go down here a little bit quicker. That's actually the end of it right there. And there's a couple other valuable games here at the end, Twisted Metal, and then a Tony Hawk game. So let's just go up here now. I've calculated some of the final lot costs and what we're going to make on it. We spent $299 on the lot, then another $69 in shipping and customs. This is all Canadian dollars, by the way. So that's $358.99 Canadian. We have a potential earning just based on these numbers of about $809. This console's up here, by the way, for about $120 once I get all the controllers set out with that and a couple games. That means that we will make $358, sorry, was our cost, which means we'll make about $450 and 65 cents profit once everything sells through. Also, in case you're curious, I averaged $2.62 a game on that lot, a little bit higher than I like to purchase for, but I think it's still going to make us some good money. $450, it'll probably take me 2 days tops to list everything, if that, so it'll be a really good, money maker. Yeah, if I pushed hard enough, I could probably get all the games up in one day because they are loose, and apparently already tested as well. I'll probably go through and test a whole whack of them and make sure they're all clean discs, but for the most part, I'm pretty excited. Yeah, so that should be good. Overall, a pretty good haul there, and yeah. I am actually going to end the video there. That's basically all I wanted to share with you guys and showing you guys the insights into these sort of video game lots that you can buy on eBay. They're definitely fun. If you can get them from liquidation places, Goodwill, they have a whole bunch of different places where you can get large lots like this, but it's definitely a good look for your money. And yeah, check them out. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Really appreciate it. If you guys learned something from the video, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you learned. If you have any suggestions for me, or if you want to share your knowledge in the video game space or even selling on eBay, please feel free to do so. And with that all said, I'll leave it there and I'll see you guys in the next video.